cardiovascular base movement of the sidestep. So the sidestep is an important movement for our signature series because it trains your students to move side to side, laterally in the frontal plane. Many times as people get older, they tend to primarily move a little more closer in line and forward and back in the sagittal plane. We need to keep our students mobile in different planes of motion. So in the class, this is a big concept for signature. We want to include forward and back and side-to-side motion. So we're going to look at the sidestep at our first progression, seated in the chair. So your students are seated in the chair, and this is going to be a very small motion in the chair. It's preferable if you can get your students up with light support to get them up. But we always want to make our chair-based students feel like they're part of the class. So we always have to have an option in the chair so that we are an entire team. Your class is a team. So the sidestep just simply looks like a step together, step together. You can do singles. You can also do doubles, but it's pretty small because if we make it too big, hips get out of control and the spinal alignment will not be ideal. So the double sidestep just looks like step together, step together, step together, step together. So in the chair, we have single and double side steps. Now moving up to the light support position, your students can be at the side of the chair or behind. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to be at the side, but it is ideal if you can get your students behind the chair. That way they can hold on and they have a clear pathway for their feet. But so that you can see my feet today, I'm just going to be right here on the side of the chair. So we have our step togethers. Hands can be on the hips so that they get their feet first, or you could just have them just swing it naturally. So we have our singles, and we can also do our doubles. So step, step. And whatever, natural arms or just whatever makes sense for your students to do as they're moving. So that's with light support. So we want to get the feet first. So we would move on to freestanding next. So for freestanding, remember when you're teaching this, there's not going to be a chair. So right now I'm just moving ahead, but you're not going to have the chairs out for freestanding in Excel. So you're going to have a nice clear pathway and no tripping hazards. So we have that sidestep. And let's look at the different movements that can come out of here. So you can take the sidestep and start adding in a light tap behind your body. You could take this, increase the lever, taking your heel towards your bottom for a hamstring curl. You could progress it up to a knee lift. And we can take it back to that tap, and then back to a side step. So we have singles. We can also do doubles. So right here, going 2 and 1. Again, hands on the hips, getting their feet first, or adding in natural arms. We could do a combo, a single, single, now a double. A little brain fitness, single, single, double. Now another movement that comes out of the double sidestep is a grapevine. Your students, if they've had hip replacement, should be cleared by their physician to cross midline before doing this. So always show the double sidestep option first. So we've got the double sidestep. We give that option to our students. And then they could add in a grapevine, a step behind, step together. Anytime you grapevine, normally a clap's involved. Just get the feet first. Now we're going to go back to that side step. We're going to look at some other variations that come out of it. So we've got our side step. We could take this to a little pony. Taking it back to a side step. Now we could add some movement with the side step. So we could go forward and we could go backwards. So we could take it up, 2, 3, and then backwards. Again, you can spice it up. You can make it a little scoop. Scoop, and step back. One more time, adding a little spice with a little scoop, and then stepping back. So that's the side step. A lot of different movements that come out. We start with the first progression seated, we move up, so we're moving it in different directions, doing maybe a little bit of impact with it, some fun variations.